Hi, this is Matthew Robert Payne. You don't have to go too far on the internet before you come across Christians talking about an imminent rapture. There's so many Christians who've had visions or been caught away or seen Jesus in dreams that are talking about Jesus coming back really soon. And there's so many people who teach a pre-tribulation rapture, and it's quite disturbing that they spend all their time speaking about Revelation, and they don't speak about the Great Commission, and they're not leading people to Christ. They're actually speaking one-on-one to Christians. Their ministry is to Christians, and they have no interest in winning souls these days. Perhaps they share a convoluted gospel talking about Jesus is coming back soon, so you better make a decision. There's going to be a tribulation before the rapture, and it's mentioned here in Matthew 7 at the end of the Sermon on the Mount. And I want to draw your attention to this because it's very important. And the world is going to go through this dark time. It's going to go through this tribulation before the rapture. And most Christians aren't prepared for it. So Matthew 7:24 says, "Therefore, whoever hears these sayings of mine and does them, I will liken him to a wise man who built his house upon the rock. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat on that house, and it did not fall, for it was founded on the rock. But everyone who hears these sayings of mine and does not do them is like a foolish man who built his house upon the sand. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat on the house, and it fell, and great was its fall." This this storm is like something like coronavirus. This storm is a lot of serious events that are going to affect the world. And Jesus is saying here, unless you've been obeying these sayings of mine, you're going to be affected. So, what are these sayings of mine? People don't really identify that. People assume that their house is built on the rock because they believe in Jesus, because Jesus said to Peter, "Upon this rock I'll build the church." So most people who see that scripture think that their life is founded on Jesus, and so their life is founded on on the rock, and so they're secure. But these sayings of mine are the 50 commandments of Jesus, and the meanings and practicing the 54 parables of Jesus. And I have found personally that no Christian I know understands what the parables of Jesus are. So how can they be putting them into practice if they don't know what they are? Very few Christians understand what the 50 commands of Jesus are. And the Apostle John spoke that if you love Jesus, you'll obey his command. He said that 9 times in the scriptures that he wrote. He actually said in 1 John 2, 2, he actually said, if you say you love Jesus, if you say you know him and don't obey his commands, you're a liar and the truth is not in him. And it's it's possible to be Christian not obeying the commands of Jesus. So these sayings that Jesus was talking about was his teachings, and practicing his teachings is a whole lot better than understanding the book of Revelation and having your opinion on the book of Revelation and being able to spout forth statistics and information about the book of Revelation. The fact is that this storm is going to come. It's going to affect the whole world, and only the people who are obeying Jesus, practically obeying Jesus, and living out his teachings are going to be protected. And that's because many of those people practicing Jesus' commands and Jesus' parables will be led by the Spirit and will be walking by the Spirit and be able to be led by the Spirit in the hard times. So it's not important that you know when the rapture is coming. It's not important for you to know that it's a pre-tribulation rapture. That's not important. What's important is that you know and understand the teachings of Jesus and you're practically walking in them. Perhaps you may want to change your ministry from teaching people about the book of Revelation and the rapture and start to teach people what Jesus actually meant. I've got a series of books called the Narrow Way series of books that are on Amazon. One of them is called The Narrow Way, The Parables of Jesus Made Simple. I encourage you to get those 5 books and study them and put them into practice in your own life. If you listen to this video to the very end, to right now, I encourage you to like the video. I certainly encourage people to write a comment on this video. And if this is the first time you've been to my channel, I'd encourage you to subscribe to my channel. God bless you.